So talk to us more about the meeting of technology and behavioral health. I mean, you mentioned sleep trackers, and I've got my Aura ring on that's telling me about my sleep quality, that's measuring my heart rate variability throughout the day. And sometimes it tells me data that I don't like, and sometimes it's interesting because I'll wake up and feel amazing, and the sleep tracker is like, no, you did not sleep well last night, you got like 12 minutes of deep sleep. Or on the contrary, it's so interesting, sometimes I'll wake up kind of feeling like crap, and it's giving me a sleep score of like 95. So where does technology meet behavioral health?
Well, I think you've put your finger on a very important topic, which is that, and by the way, I have an Aura ring too and an Apple Watch, and so I'm very quantified, in that sense, and really track those things myself. But here's one of the things, the important things that we've learned, is that not every behavior that you can track is relevant for the most relevant one for every person. So people vary. So, for example, it might be that for you, your sleep variability is not that big a determinant of your daily well-being. It might be something different. It might be to do with nutrition or social connection, or the way you're thinking that day, or it might be to do with your amount of exercise or something else. So there's lots of different, how much time you've spent in nature. There's a lot of different things that could be determining that, and that will differ between people. So as opposed to some of the sleep trackers and the activity trackers, and there's lots of those out there, the approach that we take is to say, we need to understand for an individual person, what is the signal that's important to them, that they should be thinking about or working on. And so what we do is we collect all those kinds of data with the data that we collect from the smartphone, but it's a wide range of data. It's not just sleep. We look at sleep, we look at physical activity, we look at mobility, so how you're getting around the world, whether you're leaving home, whether how many places you're visiting, what kinds of places you're visiting. We look at language, which tells us a lot about your mood and your cognition. We look at the patterns of social relationships that are expressed in your connectivity on the phone to other people. And all of those data are then correlated with exactly what you talked about, which is one day you feeling crappy and another day you're feeling full of beans. And what we do is we discover at a personalized level what is the most important correlate for you of that experience of well-being versus less well-being. So if it is sleep, great. You've got something now, you've got an insight, and you know that you can work on this particular factor of your lifestyle with a pretty good chance that if you are able to change it in a positive way, it'll have a beneficial effect. But if it's not sleep, it might be something different. It might be, like I say, it could be your pattern of social communication. Maybe you need to look at your thinking styles. Maybe you need to look at your physical activity. Maybe you need to look at your nutrition. There's lots of different things you could look at. And so we developed this personalized approach that allows every person to understand what are the things that for them look like the best leverage points for changing their life in a positive way.